Okay, guys, I think we are live. Let's see if we can get some people in here. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. What's going on, RJ? I'm here by myself, so we're going to see how this works. Looks like we're up and running, as long as you guys can hear me. Actually, everybody knows we got a rally going here we was expecting, so I want to jump on here by myself real quick. Let's give a few chances. I had to send out a few tweets and things by myself here. I'm going to give a few people a chance to get in here. Go through the normal type of deal. I'm going to catch a few people off guard here going by myself. Is the sound okay, guys? Yeah, I wanted to go on here, Chris K9, because we do have Bitcoin above the levels where I thought we would say the lows are in. So that's why I wanted to jump on here today, real quick. What's up, Joshua? All right, glad the sound is good. Hitman Hellman, he was here yesterday, actually. We're working on some things. He's at home, going to do a couple of recorded videos today. But we've been promising people that I'm going to try to get live when the markets make a move, and especially in the mornings, maybe a little bit, catch some overseas viewers that we've been missing. So what's up, John? And that's what we're going to start doing. So let's go ahead and jump in here now then. Give me a quick second. What's up, Christy? Sound is out of sync, but that's fine. Let me check. Yeah, I'm not a tech guy, so Matt did that for me, and Nick's been pretty good at it. So we're going to roll with what we got. So here is the 3-hour Bitcoin. Everybody knows what I've been looking for. We've been trying to call for a B-wave low here. We had mentioned on the last broadcast we thought we could maybe stab down below 8,000. So you can see that's what we did here on this last break. I think we did like a 79 and change. So I think that is the B wave in place. Today's action makes that look way more feasible. Hey, what's up, Ruby, Anthony? So I think we're all, I think we're ready for a move still above 11,750. Now the other alternative we got to be on watch for is a move maybe up to 9,200 that peters out, and then we could have a breakdown to the 7,500 level again to maybe give us the big triangle, because I've been showing another alternative, and I'm going to try to find that here real quick. Let me see. Hold on, because I want to make sure we look at a couple other things here. So I've had a couple other readings on here. Actually, I think I might be on my other computer. Yeah, so this here is a larger triangle we could be doing. So this would be A, B, C, D, and we need an A, B, C down to finish a big E, which would be more pain short term, but then we get a quick rally to new highs in Bitcoin faster. So that would mean like a 9,000, 9,100, and then maybe a pullback here, one more quick scare. So we got to be on lookout for that. Don't really want to see that, but that option has got to still be on the table. So let's see how this rally gets going, but I would think we're going above 8,900 here. And then we'll have to see if we need to trade something out and look for one more breakdown. What's up, Blake? So Let's go through a few more coins here. Yeah, everything's going to show what I think is, an ABC rallies, but, if this big triangle is forming, I mean, these counts are going to get way more aggressive to the upside once we confirm that a major low is in place. But for now, I think, as I said, I think we are headed higher. What's up, Tony? Trying to get on here and catch a little foreign action. Hoping to get Gary in here. A lot of people, it's really late when Nick and I do the 6:30s. So, and I said when we get some movement here, I'm going to try to jump on, answer a few questions, etc. So here's Dash. I've been liking Dash here. It's outperformance, so it'd be nice to get a rally up to 440 again. Classic 1824. Same thing, trying to dig in. Everything is done 50%, 61% retracements. Hey, Alan. Sorry, my sound is way off. Again, I will have to research that later or once I get Nick in here. Right, Tony, I ain't been up too much either. I worked late last night. As you can see, I did not make it home to see the wife. Too much going on. So, and Bar Chart threw a curveball at me Friday after the close with my API feed. So I'm looking for another API feed. I've got a couple more people I'm talking to with 90 exchange crypto API feeds. So I'm working on that. Here's Ethereum, just did like a 720 plus. That one wouldn't take much to get above 750. So I still really like the way Ethereum's acting. That might be the coin that really leads us higher. So we're going to have to watch that one. But I do like Ethereum. I've been saying that. Litecoin, 139. There again, I've been showing a move to 200, 220. I think that's in the cards. It's just whether we just made a major low or whether we made a minor low and going to go back down and tag it again in a week or two. NEO 62.68, trying to dig out. It was down to around 56. A little weaker than I would like, but I think trying to turn it around. G Money, I got Decred on the list because that one just perked up again. Unbelievable. Hey Joshua, yeah, I'm a little busy, need a little bit of help. So Nick and I, we just got a lot going on. We're really trying to stay with it. So, and Nick is a extremely hard worker. So here's Ripple knocking on 70 cents. Be nice to get that one moving again. OMG 13 after making a 12. So all these things are trying to come out of these little bear flags to the upside. ADA up 5%. That is one we did some Wyckoff on, I believe down around 23 3/4 cents, 24 down in there. So that one could show some good action here. Here is Decred 116. We talked about, we probably thought that was reaccumulation, and boom, a quick 88 to 116. That is definitely one of the stronger coins. Definitely here short term. So EOS back to 14 after doing a 12. I think that one will now be trending higher. That'll be appreciated by quite a few. Tony giving us the news on Decred, which has kept that thing firm. I think Decred probably just keeps going. So XLM, another one we usually go through, up 5%. That one held the low there, 30, testing the low and turning higher. I like that. XVG, 56 cents. Much weaker than I expected, but I still think would rally here. Zen back to 30.52 after doing a 26. So that one came back to 0.618 exact. I think that one works higher. We still like Zen. ZRX, $1.41, did a $1.52 yesterday. So after making a quick $1.20. So I do like the way that one is acting. Be nice to show a little more strength here again. Z Classic 348. Had a big break from 390 down to 290 and then right back to the highs. That's why I keep saying, guys, it's kind of tough to use some stops because we get really big moves. I was looking at that this morning because you had like BNB, 30% moves off the highs. It's going to be, there's a 15 down to 10. There's a 16 down to 12. So, to trail 10%, 15% stops is impossible if you're trying to hit a home run. So everybody knows we push stops in the course. I mean, if you bought on that break below 8,000 for a trade, I mean, you definitely have to have your stop now at break even if you're doing short-term trades. If you think Bitcoin's headed to new all-time highs, I don't think you use a stop. I think you got to let it ride. So that's my thoughts on these markets. Here is Zill, who did take out the downtrend line. I did say you could buy around 1725. Then actually the break occurred at the same place. So hopefully Zill can dig in here and do what it do. There's AMB. Had a nice rally off the lows. A little quiet at the moment. ONT up 6.23%. I showed some support here, which so far is working. Got much deeper than that. But again, in these cryptos, they're just too wild. You got to try to just get in some positions you think will work and stay with it. Here is Encash. That's one I know a lot of subscribers have liked. Didn't rally as much as expected, and now just kind of holding. So anything else we need to look at, guys? I think that's really the coins I wanted to quickly go over. Bitcoin 84.64. Once we get a little more comfortable doing these, I will jump on a much more. Whoa, Gary O'Connell's in here. What's up, Gary? I knew I'd get you up and in here. There's the Bitcoin 5-minute. So we had to stair step off the low. I'm guessing hopefully that's a 1 here off the low and a 2. And now we can just keep working higher. So that's the hope. Let's go through a few more here then. People are throwing out. I got alphabetical list here. ADA USDT. This is the 5-minute. When I did my Wyckoff analysis, if you can check that on one of the old videos, I think we're trading around 24 cents. So I do think that one works higher. I think we did a backup, and now the upside on ADA should be able to continue to trend higher. Dragon coin. I think that's not on trading view, I don't think. And I'm not set up. I can't do Dragon coin. I'm not set up on this one like I was on my other ones. Sorry about that. XRP is ready, Gary says. So let's look at XRP a little bit closer. XRP USD. That is a 2-hour chart. I mean, definitely I've had support marked here forever. Back around the 64 cents, which is what we just did. So I would expect, I do think Ripple can work higher. As everybody knows, that one, when you're not looking, can make some big moves. So hopefully Ripple can dig in here. Litecoin, we'll look again a little closer. Litecoin USD. This is kind of what I was mentioning on Bitcoin. I had thought for weeks now we're doing an A, B, C to the upside for this D wave. And then we'll come down for an E. But again, if we peter out up here at 155 or something, we could come down and do the E here, which would mean still some short-term selling but that would entail that then we're ready for a blast off to new highs. So I think then we would get a pretty big rally going. Hold on, guys. Here, I got to switch a few screens here so I don't show PCG accounts. Here is ICX USD. Again, this is the 4-hour chart. Let's go to a 2-hour. I mean, a lot of these charts look the same, so I think this has been accumulation, whether we go now or go a little bit later. But I think these coins, I think anything, I think any areas on a lot of these coins right now is favorable. So I'd be picking up any coin you're looking at. Does Litecoin look better than BCH? I've liked the way BCH has acted. So I don't know, Alan. I mean, I think both of these could rally. I think Bitcoin Cash, the way it's in the news and talked about, could have a quick, pretty big percent run. So I think percent-wise, Bitcoin Cash could be interesting. So I wouldn't want to go in all Litecoin. Here's GTO. A few new ones here. GTO got a little bit deep on the pullback. Gifto. It did test the previous low here though, so short term it's got a little bit going for it. So again, I would be long some of these. Flipper Patriot says BCH has more percentage upside for now. That's what I would agree with. So Bitcoin 84.65. So Gary, you got another pork blaster for us? What are you really looking at now? You still like we had the POA. It got a little deep on the pullback. It's kind of right at the price where you mentioned it before. You've been a fan of AMB. Let's look at that. I would think that one works higher. Here is, excuse me, here's Poly BTC, Polymath. I mean, definitely trending higher. I would think that one's the strength that has shown, I would think would continue doing well in a tough environment. So I would like Poly. Here's REC USD. That's a 2-hour. That one has continued to come under pressure. Not much volume, but continued weakness. So definitely not as impressive on REC. Next 2 weeks has to be TRX. We've talked about that one. That one has acted well, high level consolidation, and still looks good. So I don't follow Tron like that fundamentally, and I don't think Nick's done anything on it. Talked about it briefly. I did mention that it looked like it jumped a creek and pulled back to it exactly. So, and then today showing the strength in the last couple of days. So Tron does look good. Easily one that could get pumped. Shout out G Money. Yeah, definitely. When I'm watching these markets all the time, so it's not that hard to come on here. I just hadn't worked out the logistics. Never been the one to have done that, so I just finally Nick was here yesterday and we got a little more organized. And then with today's action, I wanted to jump on here. Here is KMD USD. A little deeper on the pullback, but once again coming off the lows well, off that 275 or 280 level. So I would think KMD is good here as well. I'm just going to be watching to see how this rally looks as it continues up around 9,000. We're going to have to make a decision whether it's rolling over again or whether we're good to go. So I think that's the big deal right here. Later, Anthony. Let's see if I got ETH BTC on my ETH. No, I don't. ETH BTC. Nice uptrend there on the 2-hour. As I said when I started the broadcast, Ethereum I think is the leader here. So that right there would prove it. Just touched a new high for the move, so a few hours ago. So I still think Ethereum stays strong here. We can do quantum. We mentioned that I think in the last update, 1673. Been a little slow off these lows down here. April wasn't too bad, but we got a little deep here in May. Tested a low higher, which is impressive, and now trying to break out a little bit here. So I think quantum's okay. GRS USD. I'm not sure what this pump was. I mean, good volume off the lows, so I guess I would think we're also coin pretty aggressive, pretty volatile, but I would think higher from here. Fred, I don't know about the Sunday weekend uptrend is not normal. I guess I'd agree with you. I don't really follow, time of the week when we're rallying like that. So, and there's Tony saying GRS is a straight pump and dump. So I'd agree with that. I would think it's higher, but yeah, I'd be trading that one. BNB had the news up from the exchange, and then that ran at above 16 and spiked the previous high. Don't like the action since then. I'd mentioned I didn't like the action too much going into that. It didn't rally as much when I thought it could have. So I'm not sure there. I mean, I think Binance as an exchange is doing its thing. So I would think this coin is okay. But now I'd be interested to see how it acts in the coming week or two, because not impressive here recently, especially then coming off that news and then not rallying today at all. All right, guys, we got 86 people watching, so we got a few people in here. Hopefully get a few more overseas, happier with the time of day, get Gary in here a little bit. I don't have much else. I will be around. If anybody needs something, tweet, hit me up. I think we still got 50 off the cryptocurrency and Wyckoff course. Use the code 50 off. I think it's capital F, lowercase IFTY, capital O, lowercase FF. I think that's correct. If it doesn't work, just use 50 off, all lowercase. But that'll get you $50 off the $2.99 course. And there's Connor. What's going on? POA we briefly discussed. POA BTC came back much deeper than I would have liked, back to where we kind of mentioned it with Gary. Chart doesn't look that great, but again, I think market cap's going to work higher here. So I would think it has some type of rally here. Let me check a few more notes here. IOST, I'm going to use IOST USD. Up 8% today. I do like that one, Connor. That chart looks good and held much above 50% retracement. So I would like iSimple. John B, to get your Litecoin order filled, I think we'd have to peter out on Bitcoin around 9,000 and then head back to 7,500 to get that filled. The Pork Blaster Master. Yeah, I mean, the exchange, I think Binance as an exchange is doing its thing, so no problem with that. I'm going to add a few wrenches here. Digibyte, let's go over Digibyte. Digibyte USD up 8.71%. That one digging in nicely. Had some resistance at 37.38. Just chugged through that. So Drill Bit Taylor, will add you as a moderator. Thanks for that. That one did break lower when Bitcoin broke to 8,000. So took out the uptrend channel. I need to change that. But Digibyte was acting well, held at 50% retracement. Volume never came in heavy. So I do like Digibyte. And check out the channel because Hitman Hellman has talked to Digibyte a couple times, and we're close with those guys. IOTA. So IoT USD. I mean, that one, same thing, 50% retracement, and holding these lows pretty well. So I think we probably sprung these lows here. I think market cap works higher, so all these work higher. What up? What up, Dennis? I told you we'd get live sometime here in the morning, so I guess we got at 12:30 here. So I'm going to like to get live, 2 or 3 hours before this, maybe during the week, especially when we got some market movement. And then Nick and I are still doing 6:30 Central Standard Time as usual, Monday through Thursday. Nick's going to throw up a couple, I know, top 5 coins today and maybe something else. We've got a couple interviews coming up, so just try to keep it moving here. Keep trying to add some value. All right, guys, I guess that's all I got. Digibyte needs to go to Pork Blaster mode, Frogville says. That would be nice. We got a little bit of Digibyte here, so, and I know the community owns it. So, and Decred 117 just touched a new high above this high. So the uptrend channel up to resistance. I'm not sure that uptrend channel will hold Decred, but it might. I mean, that's pretty steep. J-Man, what's up? All right, guys, I'm going to turn this live stream off, and thanks for joining. Appreciate the support, and we'll see you again more on these morning updates and catch you out with Hitman Hellman tomorrow night, 6:30, and tomorrow I'm sure around noon I'll do some type of recorded quick update, unless Bitcoin is blasting off, and then you'll see me on here live. So Bitcoin 85.07. So talk to you guys later. I'm out.